We have the father of the bride, Bob. Let's hear it for him, everybody.
Okay, that's my only joke for the night. I'm not going to tell another joke.
You scared me there.
I'm Bob, Jordan's dad, Jordan's biggest fan. I'm also AD's biggest fan. He's my tallest brother, my tallest son. And me and Jordan are the shortest of the family, so we got the most in common. But I just get my notes out. I got them all right here. Like everybody else, but I want to say hi to everybody, and I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Family and friends. We got a lot of people from out of town. It meant a lot for me to have my family here from out of town. My sister Patty, my brother-in-law Joey, and nephew, he's like my brother too. So I've got two brothers right here, and so does Adrian. Great to see all you guys. Some of you guys I know, some of you guys I don't know, but it's great to see everybody that I do know. And you guys, and you guys, and you guys, and you guys. I can point out to the crowd and see somebody I know. These guys are all going to critique me tomorrow, my kids, because they're gonna probably do a better job than me. You watch and see what they do. Okay, I'll start with AD. I met AD in college. Unfortunately, Brandon, you'll have to come up with another story tonight, but I met AD in college and he saved Brandon from getting an ass kicking. And he saved everybody else their life, I swear to God. We went over for graduation and somebody in the house brought somebody over to the house that wasn't invited, and the guy got asked to leave. The next thing we know, 2 hours later when we were all sleeping, the window got broken, the door was being pounded in. Tracy's shaking me in the middle of the night, telling me to get up. I run down the stairs, and AD by himself is holding the freaking door shut. And next to the door, there's a glass window, which was already broken, and there's some guy reaching in his arm trying to grab the lock. And this really wasn't no joke. I mean, this was serious business. There was like bouncers from Pete's that came down to beat our ass. All the bouncers. Mike's, yeah. All the bouncers came down. Because they thought somebody... Yeah. And AD held the door closed by himself the whole time, you know. Brandon just got off the couch. He was still sleeping. No, I was pretty close. The cops got called. The guys hadn't even left. The guys were so pissed at us for some reason that the cops hadn't left, and they all got arrested. They just wouldn't leave. They still wanted to attack the house. So, and ever since then, we've gone on Hawaiian vacation, or Mexican vacations, and barbecues, and AD has just been sort of like my best friend. Really, I mean, he's you're my golfing friend, and someday Robert will hire me at Amazon, and he'll be my work friend. So I got something in mind for everybody. Jordan's just my sweetheart. I'll cater her for the rest of my life. It made me funny when AD said that Jordan makes her get water for her all the time, because I used to get irritated when I would cook dinner for him, and she would eat like a quarter of the steak, a quarter of the chicken or the fish, so I'd have to cut it all up and dice it up so that she would eat everything that was edible. And once I did it 12. 24? And now, 26. But once you do that one time, once you serve their food to them with a napkin and a fork and the food already cut up and prepped and dressed, and they expect it every single time. I know Tracy does, and that's where Jordan got it from, was Tracy and me. But I don't think it's a bad thing to do, to cater on the person that you love and you care about, because there's only a few people you really would ever do that for. I'd never do it for Robert or Brandon. But I would for Jordan and Tracy. I'll keep your water glass filled as well, in case he ever doesn't want to fill a water glass. We all know Jordan. I can't tell you anything that you guys don't know about how she is as a sweet person, on how she's caring and loving and friendly and thoughtful. We talk all the time. We share food recipes. We take pictures of our dinners and send them back and forth to one another. We plan our vacations together. We just came back from a family trip to Ireland and London that the whole family went on, including AD, and he wasn't even married to us yet. He made the trip. Our car was a little small. Brandon always got stuck in the trunk. For 700 kilometers, he ran in the trunk of the car. But if anybody is either a child, no. I panicked. When AD drove, I swear to God, I had panic attacks. I couldn't help it. I was panicking. And then he got sick the same day. You got sick the day that I got my panic attack when you were driving. But then after we stopped for lunch and I took over the wheel, you were fine again. All your anxiety was gone. So I think I gave you the anxiety of driving on the other side of the road at 40 miles an hour, which was, if nobody's ever done it before, I wouldn't advise it. It's just brutal. But he came on our family vacation to Ireland and London to see where my father was born in London, which is a big part of Jordan's life. And they were very close. And I just appreciate you guys, all three of you, for what you did for that, and AD as well, for coming over. So, next paragraph will be, I wish I wrote this a little larger. But, me and Tracy and Cindy did a really, we thought, tried to do the best job we could raising both Robert, Brandon, and Jordan. But we didn't do it alone, because Jordan had some incredible friends that nurtured her through things that maybe we couldn't. Me and Tracy lived in Tacoma. Jordan went to school in Des Moines. So it was a commute, We drove back and forth every single day. And on weekends, we'd drive her up to see her friends, and I'd try to make her decide Friday morning if she was going to go Friday night, because I don't want to go back up right after I come home. But naturally, as soon as I got home, she'd come downstairs and say, hey, I got to go back to Des Moines. Back to Des Moines. And then Saturday morning, I have to pick her up because she needed to get some fresh clothes or something and bring her back up. But that's just where it was and where everything happened. But when she spent that time up in Des Moines, she spent it with some incredible families that, I used to tell Tracy all the time, how did we get so lucky? How did we get not only Robert to be Robert, but Brandon to be Brandon, and then Jordan to be Jordan? I mean, how did we get so lucky to have three great kids? And I'm not just saying that. You guys know them. They're all solid kids. They're adults now. They're not even kids anymore. They're all adults. They're all big people. And Jordan, even though she looks like she's 18, she's 28. I couldn't tell you how many people I told. My daughter's getting married this week, and I said, how old is she? She's like, I don't know, 23, 24. I don't know. I don't even know she's that old. She's young. But she's actually 28, Yeah, I know. But the bottom line is that for some reason, you picked out the best kids in school to hang out with, You picked out Megan and Jacqueline, Morgan and Dana at college. And I don't know Dana's parents, but I don't know the parents of all you girls all together, but I just know that, Lori and Jacqueline and Peter and Debbie. And I'm getting to that. Let's get to that. Stacey and Lori. Paul and Sue Ellen. You screwed me up there. Paul's really one of the big ones, you know. I don't even know you guys that well. I don't know where you are. I don't even know you that well. I've never had a chance to really sit down and talk to you, but I just know that you guys had a life-changing effect on Jordan. And from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it, because you're part of, along with Cindy and Tracy, you're part of who Jordan is. Along with Lori, along with Brian and Michelle, wherever you guys are. Where's Brian and Michelle? Or Brian and Debbie, I'm sorry. Brian and Debbie. Not you guys, what are you talking about? These guys are their cousins from back east, had nothing to do with them. But they're taking credit. Brian, yeah, Brian, that's the guy. No, but they just had a lot of effect on Jordan. And I'd like to stand here and take credit for everything that Jordan is right now, because she's awesome, you know. And she picked out AD, and AD was accepting to her trap. Because that's the way it was. She set her trap on him, you know. She snared him, and it couldn't have been a better guy to snare. I hear he's really good at yard work, and now since he's there you go, AD. So then we got this side of the table over here, the White family, you know. 4 brothers, the band of 4 brothers, and 2 fantastic parents that have set such a standard for AD to follow, that I can trust that AD is not going anywhere. That he is going to be with Jordan forever, because of the family that he was brought up in, and the way that he was brought up, and the love and the caring, and the grandparents and the brothers. And Nate's a golfer, so we got one more golfer in the family. But yeah, it's just really, I'm really blessed to have to be amongst all my daughter's friends that love Jordan. So I love you all for being here tonight and sharing a special night. And I love AD's family for doing a good job of raising him to the man that he is, because he's not a young boy anymore. He's a man, 30 years old, you know. He's thought this over a few times. It's not, he didn't make a mistake with Jordan. It's not his second time, or it's, you know, it's the only girlfriend I've known to have. And so he's never going to have another girlfriend. So, I want to thank the families once again, because you guys don't know how much it means to me, guys. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, that was great. And up next, we're going to be hearing from Jacqueline, Bride's best friend. I'd like to welcome her up. Let's hear it for her, everybody.
Not quite sure how to follow that speech, but I'm gonna try. So before I start, amongst the many amazing things that have happened tonight, I just want to say my favorite thing is that AD called Jordan sexy in his If you know Jordan as well as we do, she hates that word. Like a lot. But like Bob said, Jordan and I have been friends since middle school. She was a year younger than Megan and I, and Morgan and I, though, so as a Sevy, she didn't stand a chance as our friends. So, she, over AOL Instant Messenger, convinced us to be her best friend. And after that, Shop Girly 44 was in our circle after that, and it's been a lot of memories since then. We have so many sacred memories together. See, Jordan, I do cry. Like Bob said about Des Moines, Jordan and I lived next door to each other for many years through middle school. And we spent a lot of time together. Jordan had all the best Abercrombie clothes. So naturally, that made her, like, definitely our best friend. And I got to spend a lot of time with McKenna as she was growing up, and my niece Sophia, and those are memories that I will remember forever. I also got to go to Mexico with Bob and Tracy every year. I was very lucky, even though I didn't always make the best decisions. I was invited back. We can talk about that later at the bar. I was also Jordan's chauffeur between Tacoma and Des Moines. This leads nicely into this story. Because, as I said, Jordan was a year younger, so I was her chauffeur for about a year. And I paid a hefty price for that twice. That's my dad's favorite story. He'll tell you about that at the bar later as well. But honestly, we've truly grown up together. We've made every mistake together. We've lived together, worked together, had terrible boyfriends together, and honestly now amazing husbands together. And AD, through it all, I can say without any doubt in my heart, you are the guy Jordan has been looking for her entire life. And I definitely knew you were the guy for Jordan when we were out at Lake Taps at Paul and Sue Ellen's. And we were out on the boat, as we do, and Jordan needed a snack, as she does, and said, "AD, I really need a chip with some dip." And he got out of the boat, went into the house, and got her one chip with some dip. That was it. Yeah, right. And honestly, I definitely knew you were the one, for sure. And there is a bit of a mystery with that, though, because you guys did go to Wazoo together for 3 years. You lived near each other, you had the same friends, but you didn't really find each other until the final year. But definitely everything happens for a reason. I think it all worked out, because I think if AD had found Jordan earlier, it would have been a different shade. Yes, this is the Jordan that sometimes fell downstairs at parties and accused professional basketball players of stealing her cell phone. Again, we'll talk about that later at the bar. This is also the Jordan that dipped into her financial aid and went to Coachella because it was her birthday. She also once got really mad at a police officer and said, "Do you know who my dad is?" So cheers to Bob. Yep. No, he didn't. No idea who Bob was, which is unfortunate. Yeah. But I do think fate had it all figured out with this, because AD, if you'd been there, I don't think any of the irrational George stories would have ever happened, because you've always been her supporter, her protector, and #1 advocate. And you would have never let these things happen. And AD, it's been so fun getting to know you. Truly, you are the other half of George. You balance her out so well, and we are so happy to have you, because you're marrying all of us. So, yeah. And I know you'll definitely always take care of my girl. I'm so happy that you guys found each other in this big, complicated world, and you continue to keep it about the simple and sweet things in life, truly. And I just want to say that you guys are so special, and I think everyone here tonight can say that you guys really have found something amazing, and we're so happy to be a part of it. So cheers to the sexy couple.
All right, that was great. And up next, I'd like to welcome up the best man and the groom's best friend, Sam. Let's hear it for him, everybody.
I was joking about that. Oh yeah. So before I get started embarrassing AD and myself, I'd like to say to AD, Jordan, and your guys' families, thank you so much for bringing us together for this amazing celebration. I feel so fortunate to share in your guys' friendship today and always. Jordan, you're looking absolutely stunning tonight. AD, you're looking dapper as I've ever seen you. I'm so glad you found a suit that came in goofy and tall as hell. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sam Funson, and I've known AD for 15 years, and I'm a self-proclaimed best friend. That means that AD wanted to be friends with the skinny pale guy who wore shirts 2 sizes too big, drove a Cadillac with heavily tinted windows, had a promising career at Stereo Warehouse up on Aurora. Questionable judgment on his part. But we've been through a lot together. High school, where we spent countless hours driving around the city, listening to my deafening sound system for God knows what reason. College, where we contemplated on how we were going to get it into the next frat party without actually having to join one. And then adulthood, where we attempted to grow up and learn how to be functioning adults. I'm not sure that... I immediately thought, yes, I get to roast AD in front of every single person he holds dearest to him. I'm like, I'm stoked, this is awesome. And then my wife told me, that's not how it happens, or works. I'm like, great. So that's when I started to get a little bit nervous, because sometimes, as my friends know, I take things a bit too far. So I went online and did a little bit of research, as any other guy would probably do. And a few of the things that Google suggested that I should avoid were things such as the time AD picked me up from my house, only to creep ever so slowly into the first busy intersection, getting T-boned, almost killing me, and my bag of Doritos chips that went flying dramatically through the air. Which is funny, because Carter was telling a story about AD getting in a car accident, I think Thursday night. And then I was talking to Colin, and Colin's like, oh, I remember this other story where AD also rear-ended somebody. And then I'm hearing about AD or just being a bad driver, I guess, in Ireland. And then I'm thinking back about AD driving to and from Pullman. So I think I'd like to say, Jordan, you should be the driver of this family. And just keep AD out of the driver's seat. Those are things I'm not supposed to talk about, so I'm not gonna. Google also recommended that I spend some time reflecting on my relationship with AD. And after living with him for over 5 years in 4 different apartments, I can confidently say, to me, AD is like a piece of modern art. Sure, a blindfolded 5-year-old with reasonable motor functions could paint it. But there's so much more depth and beauty when you take the time to really get to understand it, through the mumbles and all, which Jordan alluded to earlier. Sure, you can't dunk a basketball even though he's 5'6". He's got disproportionately tiny ears, and he's a closet gamer. 5'6", 6'5", whatever. But you can't dunk. But AD, you've always been there for me, no matter the place, time, or phase of life. You're accepting of everyone, and you have a contagiously positive attitude. And for that, I thank you. When someone really close to you starts dating someone new, you're always nervous they're gonna change. But that wasn't the case with AD and Jordan. I didn't lose my best friend, but gained another. The three of us hung out so much that Jordan would even jokingly call me her boyfriend number 2, even though I told her not to. Multiple times. I was the quintessential third wheel. But I still remember the first time I met Jordan. But AD being AD, I wasn't actually formally introduced to her. It was more along the lines of, AD, who the hell is this girl hanging out in our apartment? But seriously, I do remember the first time, or at least a few times after I met Jordan, how, whoa. Oh yeah, here we go. I remembered how genuine you were. How I didn't. No, I'm serious. I remember how genuine you were. How I felt like I could be myself. It felt like I had a second roommate. It was very normal and good. But over the next 5 years living with AD, I inevitably hung out with Jordan more times than I can count. And I think of her not as just my best friend's wife, but also one of my own good friends. Jordan's tolerant, as exhibited by her putting up with ADs and my affinity of amazing action and sci-fi movies, such as Jurassic Park, Arnold Schwarzenegger classics, and even the occasional Steven Seagal movie. And she truly made AD better. Not just by teaching him that haircuts other than buzz cuts existed, but also supported his career ambitions, encouraged him to go to church to repent for his innumerable sins, and inspired him to cook meals other than sandwiches. And just as I was there at the start of AD and Jordan's relationship, they were there for mine with my wife. I still remember when they came to her birthday party. Never even met her, and welcomed her like she was an old friend. So Jordan, while tonight is certainly an important milestone for you and AD, it's also a big part of our relationship. I'm officially relinquishing my duties as third wheel, setting you and AD free to pedal off into the sunset. In closing, thank you so much for including me tonight. It really means a lot. AD, I couldn't be prouder to be part of your big day. I love you, and I'm so happy to see you marry the woman of your dreams. Jordan, I'm not done. You're a constant joy and pleasure to be around. You've truly become a true friend to me over the years, and I'm so happy that you came into AD's life. I love you guys to death, and I love you guys to death, and I'll continue to be by your side, cheering you on, and continue to embarrass you every step of the way, including now. Cheers and congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. AD Weidel.
All right, let's hear it from that. That was good. And up next, we're going to be hearing from the Bride's Brothers, and we've got Robert up first. Let's hear it for him, everybody.
Is this working? Well, like AD, I have to use the bathroom, so I'll keep it short. He's right there. Tell us the joke. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jordan's oldest brother, Robert. I'm also now aware that I'm also the instigator for AD's reasons that bother her in terms of meticulous fridge cleaning, because I was an enabler, so I was the one that did this at home. So I would clean the fridge, it's a hobby of mine. I would make sure the dishwasher's clean. I love to throw out old food and organize the fridges. So I was sitting up there listening to AD, and I was like, wow, I was the reason for this. But before I start, I want to thank Colin, Mike, Debbie, Russ, and Nate for raising a really quality young man that yeah. Man. They all knew too. This was funny. So, but raising a quality young man that any older brother would be really comfortable marrying his younger sister. Yeah, it's happened to me. How long ago, babe? Yeah, I know. Every time. So, admittedly, when I met AD, I didn't know if he was from this country. But over the years, I've gotten better at understanding mumbling. I'm still unsure at times. I just smile and nod. But it's a smile that everybody could love. He's such a genuinely good guy. And as they were dating, I knew it. I was in trouble when our dog would start reacting to her as or jumping up and down as Uncle AD. I was like, okay, we're in trouble now that he's gonna stick around because Cece knows who he is. So I knew we were in trouble then. And then Jordan, I met her in 1990. It was unexpected, but it was, it's been a happy ending, or not ending. It's not over yet. But ever since she continuously impresses me, I think maybe Jacqueline knows this, but she was Miss Des Moines. So she started off very early, impressing everybody, winning Miss Des Moines. 1991, Miss 1991, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and she went on from there to win Miss Petite Washington. So she's kind of a big deal. This was before reality TV. And she continues to impress me later in life. She's had a lot of success at work. A lot of friends that my dad already mentioned. She brings drama to a whole nother level. For better or worse, and I'm also an instigator in a lot of that. But she's also the one that, for the siblings, holds us all together. And then I know that a lot of the fights that we have are because I'm not pulling up my end of the bargain at times, but she sticks through and sees the positive in me. I don't want to say it enough, but as older brother, he always strives to hold the bar and do what's right, and I definitely haven't done that all the time, but Jordan definitely pushes me to do that. She challenges me. She looks past my knucklehead moments. I have a lot of them. You can ask my wife. She's been there for a lot of stuff that not everybody knows, and she keeps that pent up, and so I know that I appreciate that. And I know I haven't always repaid, but she's been there for everything. From I don't know how many people are here from Nordstrom, but she abuses that for me quite a bit with the discounts. And I don't get discounts at Amazon, so it doesn't go both ways. From the many car rides, and then without ever asking, without ever questioning, always there to watch. I know this may sound funny to you guys, but I don't have children. We don't have children, but she's always there to watch our puppy. And she's like my baby, so. And you're a sister that, any sibling is fortunate to call family. And then, I'm not, I don't got a lot of years under my belt in terms of marriage, but if I could just give you guys 3 tips. You guys are a lot further along in some instances than I am. And I just see it through AD's patience, and similar to my dad, London was fun, Ireland was great. We had our bickerings, but it's amazing to see AD in the moment. I hear the girls joke about Saint AD. It really is the truth. AD, to be honest, there's times where I would punch me, and I know I'm her brother, but I'm also that's his lady now. He could totally turn around and say, "Hey, what's going on, man?" But he takes the high road and he pulls people aside, and he settles situations with his calmness, and everyone's mentioned his demeanor. He's a great guy, and it's honestly super impressive. You should be really proud. You guys should be really proud, Mike and Debbie. But I would just say, continue to communicate. It sounds cliche. Don't fall asleep mad. And grow together. Because life comes really fast. Work can easily take over. There's going to be a lot more friends that you'll meet and add on to this group. And family will continue to expand. But just continue to take the time not to go with it, but grow with it. And so that's all I have. So cheers. I want to say everybody raise a glass. Cheers to AD and Jordan. You guys, this is just the beginning.
All right. And up next, we're going to be hearing from Jordan's other brother, Brandon. Let's hear it for him, everybody.
Right, well, I've seen Nate's papers, and my speech is going to be by far about 10 minutes the shortest speech here today, so. Well, okay, gotta follow that. AD, my dad, he kind of stole my story a little bit. I want to talk about, first time I met you was not graduation, but it was pretty close to that. And we all came over for your graduation. We went out that night. I remember we had a lot to drink, and we went back to your place, and like my dad said, somebody brought me back, and me and AD had to kindly tell that guy he had to go. He was not wanted in the house anymore. He left without a problem. Apparently found a problem on his way home. And then as we were sleeping, brought those problems back to us with all his friends. We woke up to people pounding on the door, trying to throw a brick through a window. It was a pretty surreal experience. And I'll say the one thing that my dad had wrong was that AD was not the one barricading the door. The door was locked already, okay? They were trying to bust through. They already broke through the little window next to the door. And AD was a guy who tried to unlock the door and run out there and fight these guys. And I slammed the door shut and re-locked it. I was like, what are you doing? Looking back at that moment, that's kind of how I knew that AD was going to be the right guy for my sister. He was willing to do whatever it took to protect her. He was going to go out there and fight 7 different guys with baseball bats, steel rods. Didn't matter. He was going to go out there and get them. And me being, maybe not as aggressive as him, I stopped him. He did grab a chair. Somebody was reaching their hand through a broken window, and AD was reaching his hand back through a broken window with shards of glass everywhere. It was we can tell you later. But yeah, he was willing to go out there and fight for Jordan, and I think for me a little bit too, probably. I like to think that anyway. If I didn't know then, I think I knew dinner in Dublin. It was only a short month ago. Yeah, but he came on a family trip with us. Robert and Jordan hadn't talked for about 2 days. Robert was mad at me for making fun of him for not knowing what mashed onions were. He didn't know what mashed potatoes were. He got real mad at me. We had a big fight at the dinner table. Everybody's gone at this point. It's just us, the Caseys and AD at the dinner table, drinking a lot of wine, eating a lot of steak. My dad had his hands around my neck, angry at me. Robert was still mad. Jordan's crying in the corner, and AD's just sitting there eating away everybody's steak. And happy to hang out with us still. And so he could put up with all that and still want to be around us. And we closed down the bars that night, me, my brother, my sister, and AD, till 3 a.m. and had a good time. And the fact that we could still do that, and AD still wanted to be with us for some reason that night, even though the 3 of us hadn't been talking, it tells a lot about this guy's character, I think. I can't really say much more what my brother said. He is a great man. You guys really did raise a great guy. I couldn't be more happy to have her marry anybody than AD. Truly good guy. Jordan. Gotta look at my notes for Jordan here. Alright, so I've known Jordan since she was born, okay? Robert kind of said that. The girls all said it the other night. They were trying to compare how long they've known her, but I've known her since she was born, okay? I've watched you grow up, alright, through your, and Robert still does too, your adorable beauty queen baby days, okay? When you're still cute as a kid, alright? Your annoying teenager days. We had to live through those. She thought she was probably 18 when she was 12. Acted like she was our age the whole time. Thought she was real mature. She was not. She was a very irritating college kid. Okay? And she's been a very overbearing adult. At least to me. Okay? At least to me. She has been basically like a third mother to me. But if we're being honest, I wouldn't trade her for the world. I would not trade any of the moments. You've been one of my best friends. Okay. You've pushed us to be more open. Yep. You give me a lot of advice. You think it's great. It's been good sometimes. Not always great, but it's been great. It's been great. I don't know. Now I'm losing it here. Yeah, I really wouldn't. I don't want to look at my phone anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't trade you for anybody. You're one of my best friends. Happy for you guys today. And that's it. Salute.
All right, that was awesome. Let's hear it for the end to close us this evening. We're going to be hearing from AD's brother Nate. Let's welcome him up here.
We have till 10, right? Love it. Good evening. My name is Nate White. I am one of Adrian's 3 brothers. The others are Colin and Russell, sitting right here. I'm very honored and privileged to be here tonight. There were some really, really good speeches. I love all the emotion and heartfelt words. I have some too, and I may also get emotional. This venue and setting is amazing. More importantly, the people here, the friends and family of Adrian and Jordan, make this a really special evening. All the love and positivity we all feel right now is a direct reflection of the love Adrian and Jordan feel for each other and for every other single person in this room. I'd like to thank Jordan's parents, Bob, Tracy, and Cindy, for your contributions to this wonderful evening and for raising such an amazing woman, Jordan, who, by the way, looks absolutely beautiful tonight. And I'd also like to thank Adrian and I's parents, Mike and Debbie, for your generosity and for making me a brother to such a great man, AD. I met Jordan on a trip I took to Pullman for Adrian's graduation, which I believe was a different date than the brick story. It wasn't quite as exciting, but I had a great time. I remember how excited Adrian was to introduce me to Jordan. I knew this was a big deal because AD isn't one just to casually date people. He's selective, and it's because he's a committed, loving person. So right off the bat, I knew Jordan was a special person and that I should be on my best behavior. Jordan immediately treated me with love and respect, even as I most likely obnoxiously celebrated as people do in Pullman. She even allowed me to crash on her couch and welcomed me in like family. And by the end of that weekend, I knew Jordan and AD were a special item. And I knew that Jordan felt like she definitely scored the pick of the litter with AD. It's true. As time progressed, it really became apparent how tight-knit Jordan and Adrian were. Not only did they attend college together, but they went as far to work at the same companies together. I mean, they just can't get enough of each other, really. But it just goes to show you how much they enjoy and value their time together. They're great teammates, and it's something I really look up to and respect about the two of you. When Jordan and AD moved back to Seattle, I really got to know Jordan better, and I realized why AD was so head over heels in love with her. Jordan is feisty and full of positive vigor. She speaks her mind, is goal-oriented, and very ambitious. She has a great sense of humor. She can take a joke and send it right back at you. She's smart and knows her limits, but is not afraid to let loose and have a good time. I remember a fun night this past Christmas, or maybe it was the prior Christmas. My wife Amber and I had a holiday party. I'm not reading this, by the way. Jordan and AD partied all night until we were the last 4 standing. I will always remember Jordan blasting Justin Bieber and displaying her awesome dance moves until 2 in the morning. Amber and I really enjoy our time with the two of you, and I know Amber really enjoys and values her relationship with Jordan. Most importantly, we really value the way Jordan loves AD. I love when I catch the times, when I see Jordan gazing across the room at AD, and just by the way that she looks at him, and the moments I catch, I can tell that she really truly loves him. This past year, I've had the pleasure of finally gaining some sisters in my life. I gained 2 when I married Amber, and tonight I have the pleasure of gaining a 3rd. And I'm really honored to have you as part of my family and to be a part of your family. AD, you're a bad driver. That wasn't in my speech, but it's really true. I took him out of my car one of the first times, and he just got his license, and I was back from college or something, and we're driving on 45th, and I'm in the passenger seat, and he's goes to talk to me. He swerves when I'm grabbing the wheel to pull him back on, and I never let him drive my car again after that. He also totaled Diane's Subaru at one point. Anyways, the truth is, on a positive note, you are the one that made me a big brother. And although there were times in the early years when I was probably really tough on you, you always loved me. You always respected me, and you have always been a consistent source of positivity in my life. As a kid, AD was really imaginative. I'd always catch him talking and singing to himself. That's great. I remember him dressed as a cowboy, talking trash to make-believe hillbillies on the ranch. I remember him as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in skin-tight Ninja Turtle pajamas, spinning, kicking, and fighting off the Foot Clan. And I remember him as a Power Ranger, doing whatever it is Power Rangers do. But what I really remember about Adrian is Adrian the competitor that never gave up and always wanted more. No matter how many times I beat him, and as a super competitive older brother of 6 years, I never let him win. It never fazed him. He always wanted to keep playing and keep pushing, and he always kept looking up to me. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I really look up to you, and I have for a long time. And that's not just because you're taller than me. He is 1 inch. Your ability to recognize at such a young age a wonderful woman to spend the rest of your life with is something to be very proud of. Your dedication to our family with the time and love you share is awesome. I really respect you for that. And the way you embraced my marriage and the love of my life, Amber, is really special. Amber really loves you. She really loves all of our brothers, but today she really loves you. The way you jumped in and helped with our wedding shows how unselfish you are. And I'm just so proud of you as a brother and as a man, and I'm just really proud of you, Adrian. I love you. And I'm so happy for the two of you. I can't wait to see what life holds ahead for you and for us and for all the family and friends in this room that are going to keep on growing together and as time passes. So in closing, let's raise one last toast, I think, to Adrian and Jordan. Congratulations, we all love you. One more toast.
All right, yeah, let's hear it for everybody that gave a speech tonight. We had some amazing toasts.
We're not going to speak long because, that was, they were all amazing, and Yeah, it was long enough. We just want to say that each and one of you, all of you are here. We love all of you, and we are so appreciative you taking your time to be here and celebrate with us, because I'm overjoyed by this moment and by this night and everyone here. And this year, I get very emotional on the mic, so it's just, I love you all. Thank you for coming. Jordan's gonna come here and wrap it up and sound very distinct and like perfect. So that's why I'm here. That's what I do. That's what I do. Jordan?
No. Yeah, seriously. Saying AD. AD said it all, but really, thank you guys all for being here. I've been super overwhelmed all night just to look around the room and have every single person that we love together in the same room. It doesn't happen very often. So it's really incredible. You guys have all made such a big impact on our lives. And truly, we were like really selective about our wedding guest list, so I'm just kidding, sort of. No, but really, everybody here in this room has made a big impact on our lives, and that's why we're all sitting here today. So thank you guys for being here. We love you all. Now we're gonna dance.
Yeah. Let's hear it one more time for Mr. and Mrs. White, everybody, because that's what this night's all about. And as Jordan said, we're going to be dancing here very shortly, so we might need to be moving a couple tables. We got some desserts coming up soon, some Irish coffee, lots of good stuff. So feel free to mingle.